Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Guys, just going to make this quite short and sweet, hopefully. Okay, subhanAllah, you must have come across this, at least in the news feeds, that Putin and Netanyahu were sat together. It's been touted as, I guess, means of kudos for Netanyahu, especially ahead of the elections. But that's all like exoteric. The meeting itself had esoteric meanings, and I was at angst trying to establish what that was, subhanAllah. What's interesting is, again, like I said, there's a lot of symbolism, and all of it's deliberate. Both of these guys, you'll notice, first and foremost, one's wearing a blue tie, the other one's wearing a red tie, which is, again, the opposing colours, which we've got in the Union Jack and all the colonial flags, i.e. France and United States of America. Those colors have significance in terms of two opposing colors, the cold and the hot, the land and the sea. And like we've mentioned before, that in the center of the doctrine of Freemasonry is the two opposing conflicting sides and bringing them together to create the divine Nauzubillah min Zalik, which is two opposing pairs basically. In the Quran, in the Kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's clear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the divine, creates the opposing pairs, subhanallah, not the pairs that create the divine. Nauzubillah min Zalik. Iblis lanatullah reverses everything. But that's not what I'm here to discuss, subhanallah. What I'm here to discuss specifically is what's being symbolized. First of all, what you'll notice maybe perhaps in the foreground is a clock. That clock, right now you might not be able to see it very clearly, the time on it, but the time is 11:16. If you flip that over, that's basically 9/11 in reverse. And again, Iblis Lanatullah reverses everything. But of interest, of far more interest, and I want you guys to look this up and at least search it on Google, you'll find the images, there's a plethora of them, is when they had this meeting. What we have, interesting enough, at the top, again, for those of you who study comparative religious studies and are familiar with the biblical narrative, subhanAllah, will appreciate what is above them, which is literally four horses, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4, which represent the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Okay, so they're communicating with the initiated, the fraternity, the elite in the Zionist camp, as well as Freemasonry, and they're all armed to the same. Well, Iblis Lanatullah is at the helm of all of that, subhanallah, and they serve the same agenda. At any rate, what the four horsemen of the apocalypse in the Bible reference is conquest, war, famine, and death. Be mindful of that. That's a very deliberate symbol. Like we said, we're expecting something to happen very soon, and around the announcement for the two-state solution, as well as interesting enough, the Israeli elections are in early April. So is Meghan Markle's due date for her twins. Interesting enough, they just happen to be twins, and we're talking about the opposing. And if I'm a betting man, very likely it's a boy and a girl. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Anyway, so I thought I'd just draw your attention to this. It's deliberate, it's there, it's in your face. I'm sure I had a screenshot somewhere of that particular scene. Let's see. No, I don't. It doesn't matter. Anyway, okay. Jazakallahu khairan wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.